Welcome to Peak Performance's core training program. Before you start performing the exercises, you should learn how to achieve neutral spine position, as this is referred to many times during the exercises and in subsequent parts of the series. A neutral spine position will distribute the forces your back is subject to evenly and will reduce injury risk. The simplest way to do this is by backing up against a wall and lightly brushing it with your butt and shoulders whilst looking straight ahead. When you step away from the wall, you will have achieved neutral spine position. Your core, that's your back and abdominal muscles, are key to optimum sports performance, as this area acts as a sort of transmission, allowing your limbs to exert maximum force and power. A weak core can lead to reduced sports performance, as it may not allow you to direct all the energy you're generating to where you need it, through the track for example, if you are a sprinter. A lack of core strength can also increase your risk of injury, and it will reduce your ability to withstand challenges, knocks and hits in football, rugby and other contact sports, for example. There are three major groups of core exercises. Those that focus on getting the small deep-lying stabilizing muscles, such as the lower abdominals and deep spinal muscles, to work properly. These exercises are often adapted from clinical Pilates. Static bodyweight exercises that concentrate on developing stability through held positions and/or strength endurance, that's the ability of muscles to perform repeated contractions, make up the second group, whilst the third contains dynamic strength building exercises for the main movement muscles of the trunk. They're often performed on the floor with a Swiss ball or using a pulley machine. You'll see all of these exercises in the 4 parts of the core training series. We begin the first part of this series with the plank. Assume a sort of press-up position with your weight supported on your forearms and toes. Maintain a straight line throughout your body, from your heels through the top of your back and spine through to the shoulders and neck. Try to remain as relaxed as you can whilst you hold the plank position. Breathe as normally as you can and lower slowly under control. Having introduced you to the world of core training, we now move straight on to part 2. The first exercise we're going to see is the side plank. Recent research shows this to be an excellent exercise for the lower abdominal muscles. Ensure that there is a straight line through your feet, hips and head. Rest your other arm along the side of your elevated body. Hold the position. Keep your elbows under your shoulder to avoid upper body strain. Relax as much as you can and breathe normally. Lower under control and repeat on the other side. The next exercise is the gluteal bridge. Despite what you may think, research indicates that this is more of a lower back and gluteal, that's butt, exercise. Lie on the floor with your knees bent to a near 90-degree angle. Squeeze your gluteals and then push your hips up until there is a straight line through your knees and hip to your upper body. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Fold your arms across your chest. Don't lift too high or flare your ribs, as these could push your back into hyperextension. Hold the elevated position. The next exercise is the bird dog or Superman. Assume a kneeling position with your hands below your shoulders and knees below your hips. Set your lower back in neutral and brace your abs slightly. Slowly slide back one leg and slide forward the opposite arm. Ensure that your shoulders and pelvis do not tilt sideways. Slowly bring your leg and arm back and swap sides, repeating for your designated number of reps. The bird dog requires an isometric contraction once you are in the main exercise position. During an isometric contraction, no movement occurs, as muscles work against each other and hold the body in position. In the bird dog, the trunk core muscles hold the body stable against the weight of the limbs. The active straight leg raise requires a strong static contraction of the abdominals to stabilize the lumbar, that's lower spine, against the load of your legs. Lie on your back with your knees bent. Set your lumbar spine in neutral and brace your abs. Lift one leg up straight into the air, ensuring that your back does not move. Lift the other leg up, again keeping your back in place. Keeping one leg in the air, slowly lower the other down to the floor. Only go as far as you can until you feel the lumbar spine start to move. Placing your fingers under your back will help you to gauge when this happens. Keep bracing the abs and then lift your leg slowly back up. Repeat with the other leg. The next exercise is the oblique crunch. Lie on your back and place your left ankle on your right knee. Place your left arm on the floor and out to the side. Keep the left shoulder down and curl the right shoulder up to the left knee. Crunch, let's squeeze the abs at the top and return slowly under control. Keep your right hand in line with your ear throughout the movement. Avoid head nodding and keep your head off the floor and forward throughout. Change leg and arm position and repeat to other side. To increase the difficulty of the exercise, you can hold a light dumbbell in the hand by your head to add resistance. Lying windscreen wipers. Lie on your back with your arms out to the sides. Lift your legs straight up into the air until your hips are at 90 degrees. Set the lumbar spine in neutral and aim to keep it set throughout. Keep your legs straight and maintain the hip angle and move your legs to one side, controlling the movement in the trunk. Go only as far as you can. Remain in control of the movement and keep your upper back and shoulders on the floor. Then bring your legs to a halt. Pull them back to the start position and take them over to the other side, maintaining control. The slow side-to-side movement is a bit like a windscreen wiper's arc. For a more advanced version of the exercise, you can increase the speed of the exercise, but you should always maintain control. This version should only be done by advanced exercisers. The last exercise in part 2 of the core training series is the lying side hip abduction. Lie on your side and set your pelvis so that your top hip is stacked above your lower hip. Roll your shoulders forward a little and brace your abs to control your position. Lift the top leg slowly up and down without hitching at the hip. Complete your reps, change position and repeat to the other side. In the third part of Peak Performance's core training program, we progress to more difficult exercises involving the use of a fit ball.